Hello and welcome to SCN Corporate Connect. I'm Jane King at the NASDAQ Market Site in Times Square, and with me today Nate Flanders, the CEO of Mandala Exchange.
Hi.
And also Joseph Reben, Managing Partner, Reben and Velvis Law Firm. So thank you.
Thank you.
So Nate, let's start with you. Just tell me about Mandala Exchange. What do you do?
Mandala is a revolutionary digital asset exchange we're bringing to market. We are targeting and focusing on eliminating the boundaries of entry for the users we see coming into crypto that typically don't have the background in investing or trading, traditionally. We want to create a system that's empowering and inviting to eliminate any confusion or major loss, that we've seen happen often in crypto and the volatility.
So this would be, so if I owned a cryptocurrency or a token of a company,
correct,
I could trade it on the Mandala Exchange?
Absolutely, if it's listed on our exchange.
Okay, so just kind of like a stock exchange.
Yeah.
But for
right.
tokens and cryptocurrencies,
correct,
right? And digital assets. Okay. Now I know one big question, Joseph, has been SEC compliance, and we've heard so much about this. There's been hearings in Washington. Where does that stand right now?
Sure. It's definitely a fluid situation within the cryptocurrency market right now. You're seeing a lot of exchanges, big exchanges, have to delist securitized tokens, non-utility tokens of all sorts, tokens that are not compliant either nationally, domestically here in the US, or internationally. So that's something that Mandala is hoping to avoid here by going full SEC compliance. We've already completed phase 1 of that with following Regulation S internationally with our companies that are regulated and listed in the Cayman Islands, and then we are trying to follow Regulation A+ here for our crowd sale in the US when we're listed domestically, as well as file for a securitized exchange. So we're really trying to stay above board, centralize our exchange a little bit through regulation, but still follow the spirit of cryptocurrency, having an exchange where people can trade freely, both security and utility tokens.
Yeah, that's kind of a fine line there to, to obey the regulations, but then also kind of keep the spirit of the freedom,
right,
which was
correct.
Now they're still being written, right? There's not an actual regulation. They're still like having hearings and trying to figure all this out, right?
Absolutely, and what we're following is the latest SEC basically mandates that come down from the regulatory body itself.
Okay.
There is nothing in law, there's no statutory provisions to follow, but we're trying to stay ahead of the game by filing and by following the securities path that we believe crypto is going to follow in the future, near future here.
Okay. Now, Nate, you have had an amazing experience in entrepreneurship. You started so many companies.
Yeah.
Give me a brief history of that and then how that led you to cryptocurrency.
So a serial entrepreneur. I love building and working, and it's the drive has been really high since I was young. It ranges between marketing companies, local and international, wholesale and distribution companies in the electronics industry, and then ultimately into crypto early 2017. Got involved, created a community online for cryptocurrency, and it's now actually one of the largest, most active crypto communities available, with over 116,000 members now.
Okay, and what is the name of it?
It's called Crypto Coin Trader. It's actually a Facebook group, which is kind of funny. But it's really brought us deep into this industry, and we really started to understand like who was onboarding. It's the retail investor that has no, real traditional experience here. So we see a lot of issues, people coming in left and right. They are looking for solutions that don't exist. So launched a company last year called Decent.bet, which is an online casino actually using the blockchain technology. Okay. Parted ways there to focus on Mandala in December of 2016. And since then we've built an incredible team, crushed it out, light years ahead of our development schedule. So,
now what was it about cryptocurrencies and blockchain that you thought looked so promising?
Of course, the volatility, right? So it's, chasing.
It's not boring.
It's not boring. It's an exciting market. Yeah. Even in the sideways down trend, that we've seen the last few months. It's the freedom, I think, of the cryptocurrency and the vision of what is to come, I think. So we see a lot of really great projects coming out. It's going to be even more exciting to start seeing these projects developed, I think. So.
Now, Joseph, you, in addition to being like legal consultant, you also have been involved in the crypto space as well. I mean,
Yes.
how do you see it, and where do you see it going?
I'm a technological geek, kind of. I like building computers. I've done that with my brother. My brother is a big programmer as well. So it was really the technology that got me into blockchain and crypto at first. I've been trading since 2015 and kind of just really learning the markets, understanding the markets, and what I could do through my firm, which was really nice, is I could present myself as a crypto lawyer and really understand the market from a trading perspective first and a technological perspective, so that when I was asked by Nate to join the Mandala team, as well as other ICOs that I've been asked to join, I have a deeper understanding than someone who's just on the legal end of it and understands the ins and outs of the SEC and the business traditional.
Right. I think you need to have some technical knowledge to really kind of understand it thoroughly.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. We were going through vetting process trying to find legal. And, there were a few that we found that said they were involved in crypto and they understood the crypto, but it just wasn't, where we were and what we knew. So when we met with Nick and Joe, it was such a breath of fresh air. So
now you're also in the process of acquiring a broker-dealer. So tell me about that.
Sure. So part of the compliance with the Securities Exchange, of course, is having a broker-dealer license so that we can trade domestically and we can invite people to trade on our platform domestically. We're in the process of acquiring that along with applying for the Securitized Exchange license, so that just so we're above board, and that stays with the spirit of staying ahead of the game, making sure we're following the SEC compliance mandates that are sent down. And once that's all acquired, we're going to be hopefully the first exchange, first to market here, especially domestically, and attract more people that are traditional traders, traditional investment houses, traditional hedge funds, that sort of trader, institutional money, of course, as well. That's the hope there, just because they'll feel safer trading with somebody that is SEC compliant all the way through.
Now, will you make money like a traditional stock exchange, like with listing fees and things like
Correct,
that?
yes. So we will generate profits from trade fees. So every transaction, we take a small piece, as well as withdrawals. Then listing fees, of course. So companies that come through, they'll go through a vetting process under compliance, and they'll be charged a nominal fee, right, to be listed with us. It's interesting, our model, so our token that we're selling, the native token for our exchange, it will actually be used as a utility on the platform. So users will get discounted trading fees by holding the tokens. They'll be able to unlock premium features on the account for the user-friendly end, where maybe there's an automated trade systems or alerting services and things like that.
And I assume this will all be digital. I mean, we're not going to be
100%.
like no trading floor, no like open outcry system.
No, not at all.
Amazing. Okay, so just quickly tell me like the future. Like we're in 2018. I mean, where do you see the next 1 to 3 years for Mandala Exchange?
So we have a roadmap. Our development is posted for Q4 of this year for a final launch. We're actually light years ahead of our schedule right now. By 19, we anticipate higher volumes just from the partnerships that we're bringing in with market makers and things of that nature. It's going to be an exciting 3 years, I think, maybe even the first year.
Yeah.
So,
it's always exciting to launch a business.
Right, yeah, especially in this space, right? So it's, with the influence we've kind of built in our communities just over the last year and a half, we have a huge supportive following. They're very excited about the project. It's how did we make it easy, right? In crypto, we wanted everybody to really appreciate what's coming out and it not just be another pipe dream.
Right.
So,
right. And then Joseph, what will you be watching, at least from the regulatory end?
From a regulatory perspective, I'm watching for the SEC's involvement and other regulatory, like the FSA in Japan and the G20 regulatory bodies. I'm watching for more compliant coins and tokens and exchanges to come out. I'm watching for more regulation, but not over-regulation in the next 1 to 3 years. That's what we're pursuing. That's why we're ahead of the game. And that's why I love this project so much, because we are staying on top of it and we are ahead of most exchanges that are delisting. We're able to add both securities and utility tokens, like I said before. So that's what I'm looking for, is more increased regulation, more investors coming into this space, and more institutions coming into the space for the next 1 to 3 years because of that regulation and because of that feeling safe to kind of jump in and take the plunge.
And Nate, how can somebody find out more about Mandala Exchange? Website, or
yeah, absolutely. So with the website, it's mandalaex.com. Okay. We actually had an exciting news. We just acquired mandala.com, so that was actually yesterday. But we also have our Telegram chats that can all be found, so we're actually actively open line of communication directly with the team any time of the day. So, but yeah.
Okay, great. Best of luck to you.
Hey, thank you so much.
Good luck, and I look forward to talking to you again.
Yes, absolutely. We do too.
So thank you very much, Nate and Joseph, for joining us from Mandala Exchange. And thank you as well for joining us on SCN Corporate Connect. I'm Jane King at the NASDAQ Market Site. Have a great day.